and dangerous conditions at the eastern edge of the EU. Nadine Barber has more.
They're not asking for much. In fact, these children just want water. Journalists are banned from this area, but the person filming these scenes on the border between Belarus and Poland says there are babies as young as 2 months old here. Some families haven't eaten for several days. At night, temperatures drop well below zero. At least 2,000 people, many of them from the Middle East, are stuck in makeshift camps along the razor wire. Social media footage from recent days shows refugees and migrants escorted by masked Belarusian security towards the border. Sometimes shots are fired. And people have often been beaten, as in these pictures filmed by Polish forces. The EU says Belarus has been encouraging migrants and refugees to enter Poland and Lithuania in retaliation for sanctions imposed over human rights violations. EU ambassadors have now agreed this justifies a new round of sanctions on Belarus. And the bloc wants action to stop more desperate people arriving on its borders.
It's important to explain very well to the origin countries and to the transit countries what are the consequences of their policy. It's also important to explain to the airlines what are the concrete effects of their decisions in this system and, in fact, in the launch of a hybrid attack against the EU.
But Michelle Bachelet, the United Nations human rights chief, has issued a statement effectively condemning all sides in the standoff, saying hundreds of men, women and children must not be forced to spend another night in freezing weather without adequate shelter, food, water and medical care. Under international law, no one should ever be prevented from seeking asylum or other forms of international human rights protection. For its part, Russia, a traditional backer of Belarus, is accusing Brussels of being hypocritical.
The situation is indeed very tense, and there's a tendency to escalate tensions that causes concern. It's apparent that a humanitarian catastrophe is looming against the background of Europeans' reluctance to demonstrate commitment to their European values.
In a phone call, German Chancellor Angela Merkel has appealed directly to Russian President Vladimir Putin to exert his influence on the regime in Minsk. But as governments play the blame game, the humanitarian situation becomes more dire by the day.